What's going on, guys? So if you don't know me, I am Brandon Flores, also known as BFit Nation on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, pretty much everything. So if you're new to the channel, what's up? Glad to have you. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. But so this video has two kind of titles, and probably the reason why most of you guys have clicked on it is because it has Christian Guzman and the title He Knows Me. So let me just kind of explain. I work out at Alphalete here in Stafford, Texas, and let me just say how blessed I am to say that one of the most famous gyms in the world is right down the street from me. And the iconic Christian Guzman, with all that he has accomplished, and a big inspiration of mine, works out there, and that is his gym. So I see him at the gym all the time. We work out side by side. I see him videoing, he sees me videoing, and he lives here, not in Stafford, but in Sugar Land. And my buddy, his name is Tim. He goes by Timmy. He works at Torchy's Tacos. Now, Christian, in his YouTube videos, he lives in Sugar Land by Torchy's Tacos, because I know Sugar Land like the back of my hand. I've lived here all my life. And he goes into Torchy's Tacos, and Tim notices Christian Guzman because I talk about him all the time. And he's like, "Hey, you're Christian, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then Timmy asks Christian, he's like, "Hey, do you know a guy named Brandon Flores?" And then Christian goes on to say, "Yeah, he works at my gym. I just saw him earlier today. He was hitting arms." And long story short, he knows me. And the only way that he would know my name is if Russell, some of you guys know him as Russ Swole, he is the only one that knows me by name. So either they talked about me, or Christian has saw me either on YouTube or on Instagram. And he has gone out of his way to look me up and remember who I am. So that is something very important, and I would really like to know of how he got to know me, and how he got to know me by name and remember me, because I don't talk to him that much. I asked him for advice one time at the gym while we were both doing cardio. I asked him for advice on what to do to grow my YouTube quicker, and how to get more engaged with the followers, and how to get them to know me. And he gave me one word, and that was consistency. And that one word stuck. You know, he said, you got to be consistent. If you're not consistent, people will forget about you. You need to be consistent to the point where they see you every day popping up on your feed. You know, so that was the advice that he gave me. And so after all this time of seeing him, saying what's up to him in the gym, he knows me. And I just thought it was really cool that Christian Guzman knows me by name, and if somebody brings my name up, he's like, "Oh shit, I know him." So that's the first part of this video. And now the second part of this video, it has to do with the cut. And the little edit that you guys saw before me sitting down and talking to you guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I put a lot of work into that edit. But what you saw there, I want you guys to be ready to see some of that kind of editing style and some of that kind of work put into that edit during this cut. Now, as some of you OG followers know, back whenever I had 50 subscribers, 20 subscribers, back last summer, I titled my summer cut Summer Shredding, as Christian Guzman does. And this time around, I was going to do the same thing, but I don't want to copy or imitate Christian. You know, I want to have my spin off. I want to have my touch on things. So I came up with something as simple as the cut. You know, I mean, it sounds kind of stupid, but the cut or the shred or, you know, blah blah blah. But I just, you know, I just stayed on the cut. So that's what this series will be called. It'll be the cut episode 1, or the cut, and we'll have a slash and be like, didn't mean for this to happen, you know. But it will all be the cut. And if it doesn't have anything to do with the cut, then it will be something titled something else. But what I'm going to be taking you guys through is this cut. Some of you guys may know is Christian is having a competition. It's where 10 people get $2,500, whoever has the most or the best transformation within 3 months. And this 3 months is from March 5th to June 5th, and that's 90 days. So I am going to have 90 days to completely transform my body into the shape that I want it to be in, and I'm going to enter into this competition. If I win, I get $2,500 if I'm one of the 10 people, and if I don't, I mean, I was going to cut anyway, and then now I get to compete and cut down with everybody. Literally everybody in the gym at Alpha Elite is cutting, and I'll be able to cut alongside Christian Guzman. Everybody at the gym, the motivation will be out of the roof, and you know, I'll just feel better about myself, you know. And if I'm not as lean as I would like to be in those 90 days, I can extend it another 20-30 days, you know, and then I can just slowly bulk from there. But that is the plan. I'm going to be taking you guys really in depth on what I'm doing. So episode 1, don't quote me on this, but I am planning on taking you guys to get my body fat measured at the beginning, and then at the very end I'm going to get my body fat measured again. We're going to get my weight. I'm going to tell you guys my height, body weight, and then but the body fat percentage is what I have to take to be measured and taken care of. Everything else I can just tell y'all. And my macros, I'm still going to mess with them a little bit. I have to really sit down and think about it, but it is March 1st now. It's midnight. It's March 1st, so I have a couple days to kind of really you know, plan out what my macros are going to be like. I want to adjust them every 2 weeks, and I want to try and get in at least a gallon a day up until 1 month left. So whenever I'm 60 days in, I want to change that 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons, or almost 2 gallons per day. And I need to get a weight scale within these next couple days. I need to get a weight scale. I need to get that. I need to get a lot of things prepared and get my macros set up for the rest of my cut. So I'm not in the middle of the cut just wondering what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up to where I will not plateau at all. I want to make it as easy as possible because this will be the hardest cut of my life, and I will be getting leaner than I did last cut. And I'm really excited for it. So I hope you guys are ready for this journey that I'm about to encounter on, and the physical pain I'm going to be putting myself through, but it'll all be worth it, because if there's one person out there that I can motivate to just better themselves and not just being shredded and being that 7% body fat that you want to be, but to just better themselves in a way, just being happy. You know, if I can make one person out there that lacks motivation in themselves or isn't happy with how they look, if I can make them get the motivation to better themselves and to have, you know, just to be happy with how they look, you know, that's what this 3 months is worth it. I mean, this 3 months, every minute of cardio will be worth it if I can just make one person feel comfortable in their own skin, you know, because I know how it feels to not be comfortable in your own skin, and it really sucks. But let me tell you, if I can do it, you can too. You just need that little motivation, and that's what I'm here for. So subscribe, hit that like button, follow me on Instagram, BFitNation, Twitter, BFitNation, Snapchat, BFlores_16. Instagram and Snapchat is where you'll find me doing a lot of just the interacting with you guys. And email if you guys have any specific questions, or if you guys want to talk about you know, online coaching, we can very well discuss that, talk about payments and all that. But you just got to email me for that. That's a whole separate thing. And my email is Brandon Dean, Dean Flores with an S05 at gmail.com. Brandon Dean Flores 05 at gmail.com. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in episode 1, so stay tuned. It will be coming out on March 5th or 6th. So I love you guys. Have a great night. and I'll see you in the next one.